Yo, what's good, guys? This is your guy Bendu. You can see me. So I wanted to, before I get into the AOC business, I wanted to kick this video off with this Lawrence O'Donnell quote. And, guys, tweet this video to AOC, tweet this video to the squad, tweet this video to all of the progressives because I want them to see this. This is Lawrence O'Donnell telling them what they need to do. And you guys have probably seen this clip before, but this is what needs to happen. And this is the type of energy that's brewing right now and that we need to continue this energy right now. So you guys have probably seen it, but I'm gonna play it right here.
If you want to pull the party, the major party that is closest to the way you're thinking, to what you're thinking, you must show them that you're capable of not voting for them. If you don't show them you're capable of not voting for them, they don't have to listen to you. I promise you that. I worked within the Democratic Party. I didn't listen or have to listen to anything on the left while I was working in the Democratic Party because the left had nowhere to go.
That's what we need. They're not going to empower. I'm not going to give you some fancy quotes and shit like that. I'm going to tell you the real shit. They're not going to concede any type of fucking power until you challenge them, until you do what he is talking about right there. That is what Republicans do. That's what the Tea Party did. That's what the Blue Dog Democrats did to Nancy Pelosi, and they got what they wanted. This is what needs to be done. And don't feel sorry for it. Don't let anybody make you think that you're fucking crazy for believing this is the way. Just to quote The Mandalorian, I'm a huge Star Wars fan too. To quote The Mandalorian, this is the way. Real talk. This is the way. So, don't let them, convince you that you're the crazy one or that you're the toxic one. You're toxic when you actually want to get shit done. So don't let them tell you that. Hold the vote. Hashtag Medicare for all now. Let's get it popping. So to continue, I wanted to do a quick video because, just continuing with this, this AOC business and everything. So I was peeping Jimmy Dore's show because I wanted to see, with everything going on over the weekend with him trending. I wanted to see what was going on, and I saw him go live, and he had Ryan Grimm on, and he had David Sirota, who are two journalists I respect. I fuck with. I read their work, but. It's not that I disagreed with them. I'll just get right into it. It's not that I disagreed with them. It's that, okay, so you're basically saying like Jimmy was aiming too low. You're saying we're aiming too low for what we're asking. Okay, then let's add that to the list of demands. And it's like, everybody keeps saying, oh, we know it's common knowledge who would and wouldn't vote for Medicare for all, but we really don't because the gun hasn't been to their head like that. Honestly, let's be real. And it's like, it's very annoying and disheartening to hear people, Jimmy said it's, muddying the water. He went all out. And it's like, I kind of agree with that. But I also think like people legitly buy that shit. You feel me? Like people buy the bullshit that AOC feeds them. People buy the bullshit that, Ayanna Pressley and Ro Khanna, like, Ro Khanna, I remember I was watching when he was just on Jimmy's show, was trying to feed him bullshit about why he voted for the CARES Act. It's like, bro, come on, you know what was in the CARES Act. Stop it, dog. Stop it. You see what's going on now, and you're trying to make sure the CARES Act 2.0 doesn't happen again. So stop coming on the show bullshitting for the bullshit you already voted for. Don't do that, bro. Don't insult my intelligence, and don't insult the audience's intelligence like that. Like, come on, bro. You're not going to do that to me. Like, people aren't stupid anymore, bro. And we're not just going to take that shit. We're going to demand shit from you. And it's like, David Sirota brought up a great point. Again, he was like, Mitch McConnell just doesn't give a fuck. And it's like, but I think you need to add that Nancy Pelosi doesn't give a fuck either. All Nancy Pelosi cares about is maintaining power. Same thing with Mitch McConnell. That's why when Mitch McConnell got his power, he stacked the courts as much as he could. And it's like, people will say, well, that's why we need to vote. But it's like when we vote, the Democrats don't do anything. Pelosi doesn't do anything except push through a fucking right-wing healthcare plan. Like I was working on Tox Talk, and it's like, going through the Sway podcast, I was cutting through a compilation and everything. That's homegirl from the New York Times. I forget what her name is. Kara Swisher, I think. Not Karen. Kara Swisher. That Pelosi did with her. And like, they're like calling her a master legislator because she pushed through a right-wing healthcare plan. Like, it's ridiculous. So, and it's like, it's just amazing to see, people eat up the bullshit. And it's like, maybe a couple months ago I would have too, but just the deeper I dive into politics, the more you see the bullshit and the more you have to point it out. And it's like you can't accept it. It's kind of like I said, it's kind of like insulting our intelligence at this point. It's like, you're trying to treat us like we're like delusional Trump supporters, you feel me? Like that's how y'all are talking and treating us right now. So I wanted to go ahead and put a quick video out about that because that was fascinating me. Like it was fascinating to see. And like I said, I respect Ryan Gremlin's Sirota as well. David Sirota, I respect them heavily. Like they're very good journalists, but I personally, it's weird because they're not wrong, but like that's not like they're like basically they're saying we're aiming too low. Again, they're saying, oh, aim high. As J. Cole say, you ain't aim too high. If you ain't aim too high, then you aim too low. Like that's what happened. We aim too low. So let's aim higher. Let's add on to that, to the list of things that they were saying. And I personally was like, I was like, let's add UBI in there too. Let's add stimulus shit in there too. Push her to accept that deal. Like, so that's what it sounded like to me. Like they were basically saying, "Oh, you're aiming too low." You feel me? You're begging for crumbs, as AOC would like to say. So let's since AOC doesn't like begging for crumbs, let's pressure her and force her to beg for, or not beg, but to get us more. You feel me? So that we're not begging for shit. But with the type of attitudes they got, you feel me? That's not going to happen because it's like you're bootlicking them. And it's like, I was watching this other YouTuber, I forget what his name, I believe his name is Jason Black. And, I don't agree with everything the guy says, but he says a lot of true shit. And one of the things he was talking about was how, even with the squad, they have that same old politician talk, whereas, it's certain words during when they're campaigning and it's different afterwards. And it's like, that's what it is with AOC is we need healthcare now, fuck all them committees and shit. Fuck all, we need it now. But as soon as she gets into office and she wants to progress her career and make sure she gets rehired as if Nancy Pelosi is going to be the one that hires or fires her. But that's besides the point. But it's like that language changed after she got elected. It's like, oh, okay, y'all the same. Y'all the same. You guys are the same as Joe Biden. You guys are the same as Pelosi. You might just like Pelosi, and it's crazy. Like Pelosi and Biden are the same as basically fucking moderate Republicans. Well, the squad are the same as them, just with different. So basically, like Pelosi and Biden are Republican light. They push the identity politics shit and everything, whereas Republicans do too, but they still do it in like a conservative manner, but they push the identity politics, they push the LGBTQ thing hard body, they go with all of the liberal, movements and everything. Well, the squad does the same thing, except, they're just not for corporate money. That's the only difference between them. They don't take corporate money. They'll gaslight the fuck out of you, just like Obama and Biden. They'll do all the same shit to maintain their power. Cause at the end of the day, that's all they care about is power. You feel me? Like, and it's weird. Cause the more like I talk about politics often. I've been trying to find a way to like scale it down, talking about it outside of here. But I was talking to my friend's dad, and like he was like, he was like, you should think about running. And I was like, I don't want to, man. Like, and it's like, maybe that's the problem. The real don't want to do it. The real don't want the power, and the fake motherfuckers want all the power. The real ones is dying, the fake ones is lit. That quote. I know I quoted Cole twice. That's my favorite rapper. J. Cole is my favorite rapper by far. But yeah, the real ones is dying, the fake ones is lit. That's what it is. AOC lit right now. They hate real ones like me. They hate real ones like Jimmy. They hate real ones like Richard Medhurst. They hate real ones like Graham Elwood. They hate the real, but they let it fake. That's why they allow AOC in there, into the party, kind of. She doesn't even get all the way invited to the party. She's like the one they graciously let stand outside of the party and have a beer, her and her group of little nerdy friends. Like in the old teen movies, it would be the nerds standing outside on the porch and all the cool kids in the house. Like AOC and the squad and all them, Jamal Bowman, they're all on the porch right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that video out there. Also, just to tail end this, I want to let you guys know, I know I promised y'all Tox Talk at 2 today. Life happens. I'm sorry. So it will be dropping on Tuesday, and I'm honestly thinking about doing it just on Tuesdays. And I'm thinking about doing a live stream, actually. Live streaming it. So like, just even more loose than the show already is, because it's like I never realized how hard doing the show is, but I'm actually gonna make a separate video about that and post it tomorrow along with Tox Talk to explain to you guys where the channel is going to be going forward. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you as well for showing all the love, yo, on Twitter. Everybody, I want to shout Bull out. He retweeted my video on Twitter. Let me pull this joint up real quick, because that was love, bro. Mick Resistor, check him out on Twitter. His name is at Mick Resistor, at capital M lowercase c capital RESISTOR. Go follow him, yo. Show him love. Oh, I'm not even following him. I just did. Mick Resistor, I just followed you. So yeah, go follow him. He showed me a lot of love. And y'all just keep showing me the love. I really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up to let YouTube know you're liking it. I got 100 likes on the last video, on the AOC video. Appreciate y'all to death for that, yo. And yeah, just continue tuning in. I'm gonna keep talking my shit, because the real ones is dying and the fake ones is lit. Shout out to Jimmy Dore as well. Thank you for tuning in. Peace. Be easy.